Hello everybody to the second lesson of JavaScript for active design. In this lesson, we will know what could JavaScript do. It seems it's introduction to, but you should have an idea in your mind. What could JavaScript do? So JavaScript could do many things. We will know some, a little bit of them now in this lesson. So JavaScript can change HTML content. For example, if you have a paragraph, for example, element, which contains, for example, content, and you need when the user change or click any button or anywhere, he could change that text. We could change it with JavaScript. JavaScript can change HTML attribute. Imagine you have an image, okay, and you need when the user click a button, he change the image to another image, or change the color of some text, or choose the color he wants, for example. Also, JavaScript can change HTML styles with CSS. JavaScript can change or hide any HTML elements. For example, when the browser or when the user surf the browser and click or hover something, he could hide the HTML element, for example, or he could show the HTML element that has been deleted. So we will know now how to control these things. Let's start with JavaScript can change HTML content. How is that? Let's go to the code and see what we have. So let's create here an HTML paragraph or header. Let's create an header, okay? So I'll say h1, and inside that h1 I'll create, for example, this is some content. Great. So let's name it with ID, and let's create the ID here. For example, I will say h header 1. Sorry, header 1. Great. So let's create the JavaScript. We will create, for example, here I will write here, for example, script, and then close it. Then here I could say here type is script, JavaScript, rel is script. Great. So now I could, even if you deleted these things, it will work perfect. Now here I will call that element, and I will change the content of that HTML element, which is the header. So what I'm gonna do, I'm talking with the document, okay? Document means the whole browser document, the content in the browser, okay? So I'll say all the document, which means the whole of the browser, okay? Dot means inside that whole document, get element by ID. So I'll say get element. So we have get element by class name, get element by name, get element by attribute, by ID. Okay, so great till now. We have here some important notice that you should focus on when you write JavaScript code. The JavaScript follows this way, they call it, okay? They call it Camel Case. So the first letter of the word should be small. The first word, for example, here we have how many words we have? We have get, we have element, we have by, and we have ID. Okay, so every element, every letter of each word should start with capital, except the first word. So here we have get, we started with small. Then we have element, we started with capital. Then by with capital, then ID with capital. Great. So you should start all of them with, the JavaScript is so it's case sensitive. So if you write with capital or small or combine them with wrong way, it will not accept it. So any element of JavaScript has follow this way. So the first word contains a small letter, then the second contains the first letter is upper letter, then the second, the third, and the fourth will be upper letters, except the first word will start with small letter. I think it's clear, and we will talk about that later. Great. Then we will see what? Get the element by ID, get element by ID. And here we'll write the ID that we have it. For example, this element. Okay, I'll write the ID here, and let's see, dot. now look, it's like that. We see document, I mean the whole document in the browser. Get element by ID, tick the element that has the ID header one, which is this element. Okay, then dot, then we will write inner. It means inner, it means the content inside it. So inner HTML or inner text. We will know the difference between them later. Inner HTML, for example, and then I will write, change it. For example, we will say this is new. This is new content. Great. Save it, and let's duplicate the HTML file, and we will see the result now. Okay, but it will not show anything because we have started. It will start with this new content. Okay, but I will delete it and show you how is it gonna be look like. So here is this is some content. Great. It doesn't work here, I don't know why. Let's delete that thing, save it, come here, refresh. This is some context. Is there a problem or what is that? Maybe the script needs to be at the end. Save it. Yes, so it should be at the end of the code. So great. Now, so I will delete that code. For example, imagine that normal text, save it, save. The normal text is like that. This is some content, okay, some content. So when I write the JavaScript, okay, and the action, now what is the action? The action is when the website on the document is loaded. So let's refresh. It will change to new. This is new content. Great. I think it's clear. Let's go to the next point, which is about how can JavaScript change HTML attribute values. So the attribute values, for example, let's say I will have here an let's see what, a link. Okay, let's see that I have here a link. Okay, so let's delete the first one so that we will not be confused. Great. So I will have here a link. Okay, and I will say href. Great. And inside that I will say SAFHATECH.com. Great. So I mean the attribute that I will talk here, I will talk about the target. Okay, so the target, we will say it would be int blank. Save it. I'll write here SAFHATECH.com, save it, and let's refresh the page and see what we have. Here we are. When I click, it will open a new what? It will open it in new tab, new tab. Okay, so it will open a new tab. Great. Imagine that I need to change that attribute or that target attribute with JavaScript. How could I do that? It's easy. We'll do it like the following. So I'll create here, for example, an ID. Okay, I will call it link and link 1, for example, and let's go here and see document dot get, the same as the previous one, get element by ID, get element by, and you should focus about the uppercase or lowercase, by ID, and we'll write for the link, the ID, which is link 1, then dot, I will say target. Okay, target equals, and I will write here, for example, underscore self. Close itself. So before we refresh, I haven't refreshed now. When we click, it will open in the new tab. Okay, like that. But I will refresh now, so the code will be taken now. So let's click and see. It created or opened that in the same browser, in the same window. Okay, so it doesn't open a new tab. So when we click here, it will open it in the same tab. So this is the second one, which is that JavaScript could control the HTML attribute. The second is JavaScript could control the CSS of HTML. For example, I will see here, for example, style, the same. I will see style. Okay, then I will say after we write style, I will say the style I want to change it. For example, I will say color, and let's say red, and here I will assign the color I will need it. For example, red. Save it, refresh, it's red. Or for example, let's duplicate it and say font size, and let's say we'll say it would be 60 pixel. Save it and refresh. Here we are. So this is how to control the CSS with JavaScript. Also, JavaScript could hide an HTML element. For example, imagine I need to hide that element. I'll duplicate that thing. Instead of writing and wasting the time, and I will say the same style and display, and the content here will be none. Save it. It will be hidden now. It's now hidden. Great. Or if you need it to be displayed, say display block. Save it. Refresh. Great. So this was a very little introduction about the JavaScript with HTML and CSS. We will go deeper and deeper with easy, and I will try to make it so easy for you to understand and not forget it later. So thanks for watching and listening, and see you in the next lesson. Bye.